And the readings will now be given by Gary.
I will read from the Bible. Psalms. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Blessed is that man that maketh the Lord his trust, and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. 2 Chronicles. And the Spirit of God came upon Azariah the son of Oded. And he went out to meet Asa, and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you, while ye be with him. And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if ye forsake him, he will forsake you. Be ye strong, therefore, and let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded. And when Asa heard these words, and the prophecy of Oded the prophet, he took courage, and put away the abominable idols out of all the land of Judah and Benjamin, and out of the cities which he had taken from Mount Ephraim, and renewed the altar of the Lord that was before the porch of the Lord. And he gathered all Judah and Benjamin, and the strangers with them out of Ephraim and Manasseh, and out of Simeon, for they fell to him out of Israel in abundance, when they saw that the Lord his God was with him. And there was no more war unto the 35th year of the reign of Asa. In the 36th year of the reign of Asa, Baasha, king of Israel, came up against Judah, and built Ramah, to the intent that he might let none go out or come in to Asa, king of Judah. And Asa brought out silver and gold out of the treasures of the house of the Lord and of the king's house, and sent to Benhadad, king of Syria, that dwelt at Damascus, saying, There is a league between me and thee, as there was between my father and thy father. Behold, I have sent thee silver and gold. Go, break thy league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he may depart from me. And Benhadad hearkened unto King Asa. And at that time Hanani the seer came to Asa, king of Judah, and said unto him, Because thou hast relied on the king of Syria, and not relied on the Lord thy God, therefore is the host of the king of Syria escaped out of thine hand. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly. Therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars. Then Asa was wroth with the seer, and put him in a prison house. For he was in a rage with him because of this thing. And Asa oppressed some of the people the same time. And Asa, in the 39th year of his reign, was diseased in his feet, until his disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Lord, but to the physicians. And Asa slept with his fathers, and died in the 41st year of his reign. Psalms. Blessed is that man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. I will now read correlative passages from the Christian Science textbook, Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures, and from miscellaneous writings, both by Mary Baker Eddy. Controlled by divine intelligence, man is harmonious and eternal. Whatever is governed by a false belief is discordant and mortal. We say man suffers from the effects of cold, heat, fatigue. This is human belief, not the truth of being, for matter cannot suffer. Mortal mind alone suffers, not because a law of matter has been transgressed, but because a law of this so-called mind has been disobeyed. Evil counterfeits good. It says, I am truth, though it is a lie. It says, I am love, but love is spiritual, and sensuous love is material. Wherefore, it is hate instead of love. For the five senses give to mortals pain, sickness, sin, and death, pleasure that is false, life that leads unto death, joy that becomes sorrow. Material life is the antipode of spiritual life. It mocks the bliss of spiritual being. It is bereft of permanence and peace. When human sense is quickened to behold aright the error of regarding life, truth, love as material and not spiritual, or as both material and spiritual, it is able for the first time to discern the science of good. But it must first see the error of its present erroneous course, to be able to behold the facts of truth outside of the error. And vice versa, when it discovers the truth, this uncovers the error and quickens the true consciousness of God, good. May the human shadows of thought lengthen as they approach the light, until they are lost in light, and no night is there. There is not sufficient spiritual power in the human thought to heal the sick or the sinful. Through the divine energies alone, one must either get out of himself and into God so far that his consciousness is the reflection of the divine, or he must, through argument and the human consciousness of both evil and good, overcome evil. My brother was a manufacturer, and one day a workman in his mills, a practical joker, set a man who applied for work in the overseer's absence to bore a bucket of water every 10 minutes on the regulator. When my brother returned and saw it, he said to the jester, "You must pay that man." Some people try to tend folks as if they should steer the regulator of mankind. God makes us pay for tending the action that He adjusts. The regulator is governed by the principle that makes the machinery work rightly. And because it is thus governed, the folly of tending it is no mere jest. The divine principle carries on His harmony. When depraved reason is preferred to revelation, error to truth, and evil to good, and sense seems sounder than soul, the children are tending the regulator. They are indeed losing the knowledge of the divine principle and rules of Christian science, whose fruits prove the nature of their source. A little more grace, a motive made pure, a few truths tenderly told, a heart softened, a character subdued, a life consecrated, would restore the right action of the mental mechanism and make manifest the movement of body and soul in accord with God. Instead of relying on the principle of all that really exists to govern His own creation, self-conceit, ignorance, and pride would regulate God's action. Experience shows that humility is the first step in Christian science, wherein all is controlled, not by man or laws material, but by wisdom, truth, and love. The fact that truth overcomes both disease and sin reassures depressed hope. It imparts a healthy stimulus to the body and regulates the system. It increases or diminishes the action as the case may require, better than any drug, alterative, or tonic. Mind is the natural stimulus of the body, but erroneous belief, taken at its best, is not promotive of health or happiness. Tell the sick that they can meet disease fearlessly if they only realize that divine love gives them all power over every physical action and condition. Be firm in your understanding that the divine mind governs, and that in science man reflects God's government.